What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the next episode in the road to 50k months in the online high ticket sales space. So as the week's recap video, we've done around $8,500 in commissions. So it's the 4th of January and that was from the end of December to the start of January, that 1 week duration. Now considering the low bookings and the very minimal SAT calls with a high close rate for the week, I'm quite happy with these numbers, knowing that we've had heaps of no-shows and heaps of cancellations, and like I said, very minimal SAT calls. A pretty good way to start the year though. So this was my first full week back in Medellin, Colombia. So I was in Mexico for around a week and a little bit, having a bit of a vacation, but don't get me wrong, we still got our work done. And yeah, it was a phenomenal experience. But back here in a new apartment, optimized down to the T. So I spent a little bit more in an apartment than what I usually spend. So it's around 3K per month. Most I've ever spent in the past was 2K a month. But what they do daily cleaning. We've got an awesome gym upstairs. We've got a sauna, so I don't have to leave. And it's just optimize my life to the next level. Now, additionally, I get paid in a day or two for last month's commissions, which were $37,500. Most money I've ever made in a single month with sales. Now, when that comes in, I've got 4K a month, so 1K per week for the next 3 months, dedicated to my new one-on-one mentor. So we act in congruency. Don't worry, I'm not telling people and prospects to invest when I don't invest in myself. So what I get for that is a one-on-one a week, 3 call reviews, and then access to SOPs and Google Docs. So 1K a week, as mentioned, for 12 weeks. Very, very excited for that. Additionally, I have already invested, so already onboarded. They start tomorrow on Monday, my new executive assistant. So I've made all the SOPs, all the systems to get them onboarded, and they'll be doing around 20 and then eventually scaling to around 30 hours a week. So their role is to sit me with as many calls as possible, as simple as that. So in translation, what that means is anything that's not on-call activities, they're going to outsource all of it and do all of it, or as much as possible, and do, like, let's say 50 to 80% of that task. So that looks like end of day admin, data tracking, sending end of day reports, as well as some things in my personal life, like taking care of the online shopping, etc. Additionally, they'll be calling all book calls, they'll be confirming them, as well as bringing them forward if there's a no-show or cancellation. They'll also be helping me with workflows. So I'm not one of those closers that just waits all day for inbound calls. Do revenue generating activities. So we'll roll out workflows on the CRM to leads that have already opted in to either get a referral or get them back in the pipeline to be sold. So they'll be helping me manage my inbox. Additionally, they will be helping me with client nurturing. So when I've signed a sale, I'm going to nurture them so I can get referrals from them. So it's no point just closing someone and then you never contacting them. You want to check in after the onboarding call. You want to check in once, twice a week, maybe every 5 days. And then some advice for you is find what the high point of your program is that you're selling. So for ours, it's around week 3 to 4 when they complete their first project. So once they've completed the project, I'm going to contact them. Hey, how's everything tracking? How's things? Awesome. Now, who else do you know that, like maybe friends or family that are wanting to have a career in the tech space so they can XYZ outcome that they mentioned? Oh, well, maybe they're, oh, cool. Well, look, what we can do, we actually offer a referral, get the contact, call them up, send them some resources, book them on the calendar, and you're not reliant on marketing leads. Additionally, you can negotiate with the company to get a little bit more comms as well, because it might cost them $500 to $1,000, maybe even more, just depending on the company, $500 to $1,000 per closed call for marketing. So per closed deal rather. So you can say, hey, look, that 500 to 1,000, whatever the number is, do you just want to give that to me? And then I'll sort it out. But obviously structured in a way, it's like, hey, look, so you guys aren't reliant on the marketing side of things. What I'll do, I'll nurture these referrals, and when I close them, I can just grab the marketing commissions on top of my commissions. Is that something that would work with you guys or sound fair? Most people will say, yeah, that sounds good, that makes sense. Or they'll counter offer you, do a little negotiations, get some more commissions that way. Now, on Wednesday this week was when New Year's Eve was, and Thursday, New Year's Day. And what did I do there compared to what most people did? Most people, if you saw my other video, they go out drinking, do drugs, fuck their sleep schedule. They start on the 1st of January with a loss, like recovering from a night out, etc. Why would we do that? I spent that night finalising my SOPs and plannings for 2026, and I've never felt so confident going into a year. I know this is one of the episodes, or one of the continuals of the series to the road to 50k months. I've never felt so confident that I'll be hitting the 50k month this month. Now, why am I so confident in this? Well, it's because I've broken down my goal into daily KPIs and inputs, as well as I've got a new mentor, I've got an assistant, and a new workspace that's optimized me. But I've broken it down into a schedule that I can stick to, that I know will hit me towards my goals. That is either waking up at 4:45 a.m. or 5:15 a.m., depending on when the team meeting is. Team meetings will either be 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. start. They'll either go for 30 minutes or the full hour if it starts at 5. After that, I go straight to the gym. Now, before I go to the gym whilst I'm on the team meeting, I will add, I've hydrated, I've taken some electrolytes, I've taken some amino acids. I've additionally had like a protein shake with some creatine in there to help fuel my session. Then we go to the gym, pump a session for around 30, maybe 45 minutes. Upstairs, I come back, put my coffee on the little, I forget what the thing's called, where you put it on the stove and it heats up, percolator, and then have my cold shower, right? And then I come home, come back from that, have some coffee, go into 1 hour of sales drilling. After that 1 hour of sales drilling, I will then go into around 30 or maybe 45 minutes of morning routine. So that's where I review my 2026 goals, my why, my identity, because I sell prospects on their future identity and what they would do. So I do the same thing in the morning, so I'm congruent. And then I also review some actionable steps and plans that I'm working on to implement. Additionally, I'll do a 5-10 minute meditation, as well as review read one page of the Daily Stoic from Ryan Holiday. So just want to get my brain pumping. So I do one page of the Stoicism page on that date there. Now I've noticed this morning routine has absolutely got me fired up for the day, and when I'm on my calls, I've been the most present I've ever been because I'm having a good sleep schedule, etc. Then it comes to 9 a.m. EST. I'm taking sales calls from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. EST. So I've done my sales training team meeting out of that. So around 14 hours of sales work a day. This is 5 days a week. On Saturday, we're still doing 12 hours open in the calendar with the 1 hour sales drilling, just no team meeting. And then on Sunday, what I do is I do a half day. So just 6 hours open in the calendar. I'll go get a massage in the evening, maybe get a haircut, we got to look fresh. And then I'll film some YouTube like this and just do a bit of coming week planning, as well as reflecting on the previous week. Might watch a bit of YouTube for 30 minutes to an hour, get a pizza delivered or something like that because my health is dialed in throughout the week. That's just like a reset so I can go in and continue to pump the 14-hour days for the next 6.5 days after that. 7.5 really, 6.5. And then what I do from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m, I'll have my supplements. I will do like a little bit of end of day journaling, like what worked, what didn't work, what am I going to change tomorrow to align to my future self. And then we have a shower and we are going to bed. So that's my life. I absolutely love it. I'm in love with the process. The progress is the most fulfilling thing I've ever had. Better than any drugs or drinking I used to do when I was younger. Not drugs, I'm not going to put that on YouTube. I never did drugs, okay? Better than any drinking I used to do when I was younger. Better than casual sex. Dopamine activities. The best dopamine is found in the fulfillment and purpose of your path. So what I do outside of the 9 to 9 working hours, that primes me. So my good sleep, so the nighttime routine, it starts there. I have a good sleep. I wake up, I train, have my cold shower, have my coffee stimulants. I do my morning prep, my morning why. On my calls, I'm so present and in the best state. I'm a firm believer that when you close a call or your sales ability full stop, it's broken in half. 50% is going to be your sales skills. Under sales skills, it's broken down into pre-handling objections, your discovery, your pitch, and objection handling, etc., as well as rapport, etc., time management. I put that into sales skills. The other half is your frequency and state control, because people don't like to be sold, but they like to go shopping with their friend. So if you jump on, you connect with them, you're still collecting the objectives from the sales process. You challenge them where needed in the pre-handling to help them make a decision to better their life. But if they like you, why would they not buy from you? And if everything makes sense with the way you've done your pitch, the way you've done your discovery, your solution that you're selling is going to be the best solution for them personally. And you know that with full conviction. And you're in a high state, you've got full conviction in what you're talking about and what you're selling them, they are going to buy from you. So you copper that with a good sales skill, like you have a good mentor and you've memorized the right things in the sales process, put that with a high state and frequency. The world is your oyster. Like you can literally close 40, 50% and beyond when you're in a good state with good skills. And then you do all the off-call stuff. You get an assistant, optimize your time, you optimize your life, you optimize your health, because we don't want to get fat cunts whilst chasing money, okay? We don't want to sacrifice our health. If we take care of our health, the health will take care of you and you'll show up better on your calls. So I appreciate you watching the video. If you found some value, smash the like button, hit subscribe as well. Drop a comment, because why not? Follow me on Instagram @JaxHeaton. I'll see you guys on the next video for the next week recap.